Good morning, everybody. Good morning from the West Coast. It's already afternoon on the East Coast. What's going on, everybody? Troy Rawlings here. Taboo Talk with Troy. I'm about to answer some of your latest sex, love, and relationship questions. I'm going to try to do this in like 9 minutes to get it onto Insta Story as well. Quick shout out, my folks at Astro AVL, the baddest sound and lighting company in Los Angeles. My crew has always been sponsoring my sound and lighting for the past decade that I've been here in Los Angeles. Thank you, Craig and the crew at Astro AVL. If you need sound and lighting for your events, hit them up. That's a quick commercial. They don't even know they're getting it. DLP Consulting Group, my crew. Mike, Addis Exporter, my folks in Ethiopia. I'm drinking some Ethiopian coffee. The best coffee in the world. All right, enough of that. Let's get to your questions. Don't forget you can send me your sex, love, and relationship questions anytime. You can send them to me anytime. DM, inbox, my email, troyrawlings@gmail. Go to my website, troyrawlingslive.com, wherever you are. This Sunday, September the 8th, Inglewood, Bricks Event Center, Event Lounge and Center, Event Center, beautiful Bricks. Folks at Spa 313 Salon and Taste of Inglewood, bringing it to you. Troy Rawlings Live, sex, love, relationships, everything in between. Spa Day. Information will be below. And I'll give you some more information after the video. But if you want to get the full uncut version of me answering questions, doing comedy, whole nine, you got to come to my live show. Other shows coming up, but let's get to it. All right. I picked 3 of the hot questions. 3. Let's run through them. Try to get this done in the next 7 minutes. Okay. Is it good to get back with an ex after 20 years? Is it good to get back with an ex after 20 years? The ex keep coming back, don't they? As long, in my opinion, as long as there wasn't any, 20 years is a long time. People can change. So even if it was bad, I think it's, you only live once. But if it was something where, speaking from my own experience, me and my lady, we first met 25 years ago. And now we're getting back together 25 years later. The only thing that was really an issue between us was time and space. Where we lived, where we were going to school, the points we were in our life. So 20 years later, this may be the perfect time for you and that person. 20 years later, even if there was a situation where the person had a child and you were like trying to figure it all out, 20 years later, the child's in college. 20 years later, hopefully the business has taken off. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe you fell out of business. 20 years is a long time. If you two still have an attraction and can build on where you are now, why not? If you're giving people a chance to change, but especially if it wasn't anything harsh, like you were always arguing, like there was some kind of infidelity, if it's something heartbreaking, if it wasn't anything heartbreaking 20 years later, and even if it was, 20 years is a long time. In love, love doesn't hold on to wrongdoings if you're doing love right. So, yeah, go for it. See what's what. But as soon as he starts messing up, be out. No, sorry. No, I'm just messing with you. Just joking. Yes, 20 years, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's great. All right. You women, and I know who it was, so it was definitely a woman. But women have a tendency to ask, like, multiverse questions. Like, you compound questions and wonder why guys just fall back, and you ask a guy 2 or 3 questions at one time. Well, why you late and where you been? And he like, why you hit me with all these questions? This is a multiverse question, so I had to break it up. So it says, why is it hard for some guys to tell you they're interested in you? I put a question mark there. Is it because the friendship is so strong they feel that they will mess it up? Put a question mark there to break it up some. How should the woman respond, or should she play it safe? I put the or in there. Or should she play it safe and let things take the natural course? Yeah. We're in a different day and age, I say a lot of times. But then again, we're not. Back in the day, back in the day. You see those movies, even some of the movies they played on. Remember Harlem Nights when they were in the bar scene and Sunshine was looking at the guy and he was like, "Hey, Johnny, I think that chick down there is looking at you." He's like, "No, she can't be looking at me." Or the movies where the guy's like, "Man, she looks beautiful," and she turns around, she's like, she throws her hair. If you got short hair, you like, you know. It's women, remember, you're beautiful. Guys are still in awe of you. If a guy's not tripping up on his words, and if guy, you know, I say in my comedy special, if a guy has all his rap together, beware of him. "Hey, pretty baby, you like to be mine. Come on, girl, throw that thing." If he got all that rap together, then he's too professional at pimping. He's a professional pimper. He's pimping. He's popping pimp. You know what I'm saying? But if a guy is like caught up in you, that may be it. Don't be upset with him because he doesn't have game or he doesn't know what to say. If he's in, that's like when Harry met Sally. If he thinks, hey, if we take it any further, we might not be able to hold it together. If he's kind of cautious, it is what it is. But the big thing is, most men, if they want to be with you, they're gonna make all efforts to be with you. I'm very cautious of women. I try to warn women not to press the issue. If you meet a guy and you can tell that the guy is interested, or you may not be sure if he's interested because he's not making moves. Most men pursue what they want. If he's intimidated by you, how does that change? Are you going to change so he's not as intimidated by you? It takes time. So this is a tough one. Most men will pursue what they want. And if he's hesitant, there's something that's stopping him from the pursuit. Okay? All right. I'm trying to go through these quick because I want to get in on Insta story. Don't forget, September the 8th, full-fledged show. 2 hours we rock and roll here in Los Angeles, California. So come on down and we have a good time. My husband and I, last question. My husband and I have been married 15 years and we have sex an average of once a month. I wanted more. He doesn't. And he's not very affectionate. He won't go to therapy with me either. I have settled into accepting it. What should I do? Ass out of here. No offense. That's not what I was saying about him. Was the sex ever popping? Like when y'all were dating, did y'all have sex before y'all were dating or when y'all first got married? Because some people wait till marriage. Was the sex ever popping? Because if sex with him was never like that, then that's who you married. But if at one point in time sex was hot and heavy and something changed, sadly some guys don't want to go to the doctor. Some guys don't want to get therapy. Something may have changed. If y'all had a serious argument and he feels differently, something may have changed. But if his sex drive is not up to par with yours and he's not affectionate, yes, you definitely need to go to therapy, even if he's not going. Because that's one of the things that can break up a marriage. Sex inside of marriage is a tool to help keep marriage together. It's one of the tools. Love, relationship, children, all these different glues. I won't say tools, glues. But sex is one of the main things two reasons for sex: to have children and to draw two people closer together. And that's why people have so much of a hard time having these friends with benefits relationships, because the benefits, sex, start drawing you closer together. And if one of y'all don't want to be together, it's going to cause friction. But in a marriage, you're supposed to want to share everything with this person, becoming one with this person. And if they're pulling away from you, you need to find out what reason that is, or they're going to continue to pull away. And if you're just settling for that, you're killing a part of yourself. That's not fair to you or the relationship. One part of marriage that you agreed upon, somewhere in the midst, was sexual. Now, if there's a medical issue, that's something different. If there's depression, that's something different. But if the person's not trying to get help, this is an emergency. And your partner, if they really love you, they need to understand this is an emergency. All right? I got to go. I'm trying to get this in under 10 minutes. Love y'all. Hit me up. Peace.